Oh, what is up, guys? It's your boy Skull and Bones 2 and 2 here, and in today's Gears of War E-Day video, we're going to be covering multiplayer, or at least a snippet of it. The Coalition released not too long ago an Exfil Dom skin, which was a pre-order bonus for Gears of War E-Day, and in it they showed some multiplayer gameplay. There was also some new gameplay shown from NVIDIA and an RTX showcase, just going over that there's going to be DLSS and ray tracing in their game, and I just wanted to make sure that I was covering at least some good portion of the more important things, which was multiplayer, since we've only really gotten just a lot of campaign stuff. But here we actually get to take a look at the skin, which looks pretty cool. I like that. It ties in with the lore. It's a different type of skin. A lot of people are kind of like iffy about it, whether they want it or are going to be wearing it. I don't care. I probably wear this skin. This shit looks cool. I like stuff like this. But here we actually see, like, we got a small snippet of this trailer, essentially of Dom shooting a locust, and it's about to come up here. And he's doing executions and stuff, and they give us this nice little portion of gameplay of him sliding and shooting people. And what I'd like to talk about specifically, and a lot of people are talking about this, is whether this game is going to be a barrel shooting Gears of War or a center screen game. Now, center screen, people are saying, if you've played Gears of War Reloaded, center screen is really not the best in my opinion, because in my opinion, I don't really think that shots should be coming out of the center of your screen. I feel like they should be coming from the barrel of your gun. I think with barrel shooting, the game is much more consistent. There's more skill involved, and it just pays off getting kills via the barrel. I do think that it is a pretty good, idea to have that we may be getting a center screen game, since this game is very slow paced. It's very reminiscent of, Gears Reloaded in terms of speed. And so I could see why a lot of people are, giving that as an option and saying that, this is possibly what multiplayer can be. But if Gears E-Day is anything like Gears 5, which I'm not saying it will be, but in terms of dedicated servers for the game, then the game will be much more consistent. We can see a increase in chance of barrel shooting being a thing. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is controls. In an Unreal Engine showcase that they did not too long ago over the summer, they actually showcased by accident one of the default buttons on how to climb stuff, and it looks like it's Y. So in order for us to climb objects, we're going to have to click Y, but I'm assuming our jumping button will be A, our wall bounce button will be still A. I really like that when you would run, you would hold down the A button. You could just tap B while vaulting over cover, and then that cover would just allow you to do this quick little jump animation, and then you would just continue carrying your momentum and running through instead of hitting the cover, then having to climb over it and then be vulnerable. I do like that. In this game, we're going to have a lot of more options via traversal. We're going to have a lot of options to move around the map, new movement. I love that. But I would really like to know, what is the control scheme for this game and how's that going to work? Because they've already stated they've had to move buttons around. They've had to get rid of some buttons to trade some buttons off and place them and get rid of some to make this new movement work. So, we won't know until time tells, but here we have it. The Y button. The next thing I want to talk about is the Nasher shotgun. The Nasher shotgun has 6 shells. I talked about this in a couple videos not too long from this one. And it's got 6 shells, and it has no attachments, but here in campaign, we see the bars, we see the active skill, and then we see the bullet counter. We also see here in the movement that I wanted to showcase, when you're sliding into cover, you're able to wall cancel. So there's going to be some sort of movement in this game, although I feel like wall bouncing might not be the main one. This kind of shows you that slide canceling and, canceling that slide to get into a wall may be that new movement tech that people are going to learn and kind of incorporate skillfully into their gameplay. So I'm very excited to see where this leads in terms of new movement for a new generation of Gears. And I also want to predict that these last 2 weeks will probably have a lot of focus on multiplayer as that marketing is getting close to the release date. So I want to say that, because next month is the beta and, we're getting towards the end of this month, they got to start showing stuff. And I'm going to assume these last couple of weeks is where we're going to get that big, flush of content to get us ready for the beta month. So I really can't wait for that. I want you guys and myself to be on the lookout for that. We do see here a lot of those returning weapons in that Dom trailer, and we see, like I said, the executions. We go in depth about that, but these are some of the things that I wanted to talk about to bring to you guys and not have you worry about the state of the game and whether it's going to be good or it's going to be bad. I think this game is going to be amazing. I think a lot of people are stuck in the past. There's a lot of misinformation going around on like social media that's kind of like swaying the community's judgment of the game. And it's too early to tell. I want you guys to just be prepared that this is going to be an amazing experience. It's a brand new game. Everybody's learning from scratch. This is not like any Gears we've played before. This is a new game that feels like Gears, and I can't wait for it. So if you guys love the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Spread the video to your friends. I have a couple more uploads on the way. This is your boy Skull and Bones, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.